What's going on, guys? It's your boy G Garcia 151. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video of our Ride Life series Supercross tracks. Nobody from the team has really done one, so I just figured, hey, why not? You know, C4Detonator did the first round of the series. Was a little bit different. You know, it had more of a arena cross feel. You know, really appreciate him and Red Rider actually taking out the time for the last month of their life, you know, from working and everything else that they're, you know, doing, to basically just make us supercross tracks so that we can throw an event for everyone to come to. You know, they did it all basically out of want, you know. They didn't need to, you know, so when all of us say, you know, that the tracks are shit and shit, you know, really it's just deterring them away from actually doing stuff like this for the community. Those are the types of dudes that keep our community actually going strong. Without them, you know, C4, you got Garrett, you got Gary, you got a few other guys too. But without them, really, in this community, Reflex wouldn't be around. You know, by no means am I a perfect player at this game. I'm more of your 5th to 8th place kind of guy in our little group of riders that we race with. But, you know, hey, sometimes people like a aspect, you know, point of view from somebody that isn't out front by, you know, 35 seconds, hashtag Roman, hashtag Thailand. So, you know, I'm hoping that out of 1 out of the 4 of these laps that I do, I can actually do a pretty clean one. This track, C4, it's a little bit different than your normal supercross track. It has an arena cross feel, but it also has really big jumps like a supercross track would, so, you know, it gives you a little bit of a mix. I really liked a majority of the tracks that these guys actually put out, and we're not talking about, you know, a month or 2 months to make a track. These guys were putting out tracks, you know, one of them each a week, you know, which is very, very hard to do. Harder than I would ever think. You know, these guys actually, you know, we've seen some of the process that it takes, and it's no joke, you guys. We gotta take, we kind of take for granted what we get from these guys, because it's a hell of a long time. You know, C4's been working on supercross tracks and stuff that take months, and they're putting out quality tracks that we can actually race within a week. Alright, so there goes lap 3. Overall, my opinion of this track is it's a real fun track to race when you're just trying to have fun with friends. You put competition behind stuff, it makes, if you're not good at the track, it makes stuff not fun, and, you know, people blame the track or the track creators, you know, myself included, you know. But in all actuality, you throw down, you know, 5-6 people in this lobby, and, you know, it's a real fun track to race. Not really much more to say about it, you know. We all gotta, you know, say thank you to the guys that actually do it. That's the main thing. It's like, if all we do is complain about it, we're gonna deter these guys from actually doing this stuff, and then what are we gonna do? Everyone switch over to Sim. I'm not a big fan of Sim, so I gotta keep these guys around. So, you know, all in all, oh my god, all in all, I just want to say thank you to C4 for, you know, coming through on 4 of these tracks for our series, you know. that he really didn't have to do, but did it just to have a good time. So my first impression of this track is it's a fun track if you got a small group of friends that you just want to have fun with, you know. Again, not the best lap time. I am nowhere near the fastest. I think Roman put down like a 43 here. But, you know, he's the best. Well, he's one of the best. We actually, thank you guys for watching the video. Until the next one, hopefully it'll be round 2. I don't know, we might do some live streaming or something here in the next couple days, so until then, see you guys next time.